Good morning and happy Friday. And what a Friday it is. I don't know about where you are, but here it is pouring rain, like the kind of rain that you can hear, over the radio or YouTube or whatever it is you're listening to. And on top of that, it's Friday the 13th. What better day to talk about some beliefs? Because this whole superstition around Friday the 13th is nothing more than a belief. And in fact, this superstition is more of a Western culture thing than a global issue, let me tell you. In fact, if I am not mistaken, there are a number of cultures where the number 13 is actually a lucky number. And it's funny how serious some people take this. Granted, after watching the movie, I get it. Jason's pretty scary. But I mean, when I was at university, I lived in a great building. At one point, I lived off campus, and I lived on the 14th floor. And I remember, after the first day or two, looking at the elevator, there's no 13th floor. Well, I actually lived on the 13th floor. But they wouldn't call it that. And I found it incredibly amusing. To be perfectly honest, I've long since considered the number 13 to be my lucky number, which again is just another belief. And I remember reading something a while back about what, it dates back a long time, this Friday the 13th superstition, to some people believe it's from reading the Bible where the last dinner, there's 13 disciples at Jesus's table when he was betrayed. And then of course you get the people who, and this is the best part, who will point to all the horrible things that happen on Friday the 13th. Okay, all true. But this is the insidious part of beliefs. And this is where it's such a perfect day to talk about this. Because if you Google bad things that happen on Friday the 13th or something along those lines, you're going to come up with a bunch of things. In fact, I did that once. And the only one I really remember, other than, the history Bible bit, is in the Second World War, I believe it was, Germany bombed Buckingham Palace on a Friday the 13th. And I'm like, oh, well, there you go. There you go. But you could also Google the reverse. What are good things that happen on Friday the 13th? Because as I said, I have long since thought the 13th has been my lucky number. Before I realized how serious people were about Friday the 13th not being lucky and being super scary. And I mean, there are people who seriously won't travel on this day. They won't go anywhere. They don't even want to leave their house. They take it so seriously. And if that's who you are, you might want to start questioning the truth behind that and stop limiting yourself. Or, if you enjoy it, having an excuse not to leave the house, have at it. But you could also do the same with any date. Take your birthday and Google bad things that happened on that day, and stuff's going to come up. Do the opposite. Great things that happened that day, besides you being born, of course. Stuff's going to come up. And this is the tricky thing about beliefs. Our brains are hardwired to say, okay, this is what we believe, let's find proof. And it will find proof, and it will bring proof to your attention. And then you'll see, there you go. There you go. I scratched my car once 10 years ago on a Friday the 13th. There you go. Right? Stuff happens every day, good and bad. Whether or not we choose to put meaning to it is up to us. And that, my friend, is where superstitions come from, but also where our deeper core beliefs come from. So if you're realizing that you have some beliefs that are not serving you anymore, the way to start breaking those down so you can replace them with something that does work for you and does help you and serve you and move you forward. Some of those beliefs that are like, I'm not good enough, I can't, everyone else is better than me. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm too poor. I'm whatever it is that's stopping you. And I hear these reasons from my coaching clients all the time, and they're always so similar. But if you're trying to switch those up, one of the first and easiest things you can do is question it. How true is it? And then start looking for evidence of the opposite. So if you are saying to yourself, I'm too old to do the thing, start looking for evidence of people who are the same age as you or older who have done the things or similar things, to show your subconscious that that's not true. That's not true at all. So, if you're a Friday the 13th believer, I challenge you to Google some things that have happened that are pretty awesome on Friday the 13th. And let me know in the comments below what you find, because I'm curious what you've come up with. And are you a Friday the 13th believer? Are you superstitious about Friday the 13th? It is funny because, to be perfectly honest, I kind of am, but in the opposite. I don't mind having a lucky number. It amuses me, but I don't base my life choices around a lucky day or an unlucky day either. So if you are, I'd love to hear in the comments below, what that means to you. Do you do anything different today? Do you throw salt over your shoulder? Do you carry a lucky symbol with you to sort of offset the bad luck of Friday the 13th? I'm curious. But if you do have beliefs that don't serve you or are stopping you from doing the things that you want to do, for example, if you are someone who is so hung up on Friday the 13th that you won't leave your house, and there are people who are like that, challenge yourself to find the good things that have happened on Friday the 13th. Start challenging that belief and see how true it really is. And with that, I will talk to you soon, and have a really great, wonderful, fabulous Friday the 13th. And I hope that your subconscious is hearing this and starts looking for the really great things that are going to happen for you today. And they're coming. Here they come. Ready? Go get them. Mwah. Bye for now.